Namo Buddhaya, Theravada Saranai. Children, today I came on a pilgrimage to Mihintale. So after we came to Mihintale, before we went to worship Arahant Mahinda and Buddha's great stupa where Buddha's Purna Roma Dhatu is enshrined, we came to a place called Kaludiya Pokuna. So you can see this beautiful pond which is known as Kaludiya Pokuna. And you can see a building over there. You can see the ruins. It's surrounded by water and it's built on water, and you call it Seemava. Seemava. Seemava means this is where monks, the high ordained monks, bhikkhus gather and they do Vinaya Kamma, especially like giving ordination, giving higher ordination. And when monks break precepts, this is the place where they confess and then they become a normal monk afterwards, and then the other monks make him as a normal monk and accept that the monk has admitted his mistake. So that is a Seemava. And then in front of me there's a beautiful stupa. You can see a beautiful stupa, and this was built for a great Arahant. Arahant's relics were enshrined in this stupa, and if you look again right up on that mountain, you can see on the climax of the mountain a stupa that is known as Atvihara. That's where Buddha's relics were enshrined, and this is a beautiful place. Children, you should come to Mihintale one day with your parents and with your relatives. See how beautiful this place is, and when you come to this environment, you can see you can feel how calm it is. You can see the serenity of this place. That's because great Arahants lived in this place. Great monks became Arahants in this place. And then there is a monastery next to this land that there's a monastery. And then even our Lokaswamin Wahansa, Soma Swamin Wahansa, has lived in this in a kuti nearby to this Kaludiya Pokuna 20 years ago. So this is a beautiful place once again. So, and then there's another significance in this place. There was a Arahant called Kalubuddha Arahant. That Arahant's name was Kalubuddha Arahant. Arahant Kalubuddha preached a beautiful sermon called Kalakarama Sutta. That sermon was preached to King Saddhatissa. So when Kalubuddha Arahant preached that sermon, he preached that sermon from evening until next morning. Overnight he preached the sermon, and King Saddhatissa, King Duttagamunu's brother, was listening to Dhamma, being behind the devotees, and even the Arahant did not recognize that King Saddhatissa was listening to Dhamma. Next morning, after the Dhamma sermon was over, next morning he said sadhu, 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 and then he rejoiced in that sermon. While he was standing overnight and listening to Dhamma, King Saddhatissa, he had so much respect towards the Buddha's teachings, towards the Buddha and the Sangha. And then in that sutta, Arahant Kalubuddha Rakkita Mahathera preached about the Buddha's great qualities. And then King Saddhatissa asked, he was amazed with the Buddha's great qualities. And then he praised Kalubuddha Rakkita Mahathera, Arahant Kalubuddha Rakkita Arahant. And then Arahant Kalubuddha Rakkita Mahathera said, the qualities of the Buddha I preached during the sermon overnight, it was like, imagine you hold, a needle. You hold the needle, you hold the needle, there is one end is sharp, the other end there's a hole. So you hold from the sharp end and then you sink the needle in water in a river, and then water will come out from that small hole in the needle. So little bit of water will come out from the hole of the needle, and then there's a lot of water flowing in the river. So Arahant Kalubuddha Rakita Mahathera said, the qualities of the Buddha I preached overnight was like the water that came out from the hole of the needle. But the Buddha's great qualities are like the great river, is always flowing. So Buddha's qualities, even if you preach for a yawn, it will not stop, it will not end. So that much we are fortunate to become a disciple of a Supreme. So spend your money and then come to a valuable place like this. See how calm it is, see how serene it is, see how peaceful it is. Even I came from Colombo, and then this morning we worshipped Angulimala Mahastupa, and we did chores at Arahant Angulimala Stupa. It was a long journey. It took about 3 hours to come. We left the monastery about 8 a.m. from Kotte, and then we came to Angulimala Stupa around 10:45, about 11:45, and then we had the breakfast, the lunch done at 11:45 within 15 minutes. And then around 12:10 we started doing chores at Angulimala Stupa, and then around I think 2:30 or 3 p.m. we left Angulimala Stupa, and we came to Mihintale around, I think now it's about 6 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. So amazing. I feel so relaxed, and see how beautiful far away you can see mountains, and then you feel so peaceful. So once again I remind where I am. I am at Kaludiya Pokuna. So monks used to bathe from this pond. The water is still pure because Arahants used to bathe their body from this undefiled bodies, undefiled minds, cleanse their bodies that were undefiled, and that was worthy for reverential salutation. Their bodies were worthy for reverential salutation. People worshipped great Arahants, and they were born among Devas. So this pond was, Arahants' lives were cleansed by this pond, and this pond was cleansed and became sacred. This pond, this area became sacred because this area was used by great Arahants. So once again I invite everyone to come to Mihintale and visit this Kaludiya Pokuna, and also visit where Arahant Mahinda lived for a long time. Arahant Mahinda Skuti, then the Bodhi tree, the Detispala Bodhi tree, and then the Buddha's great stupa where Buddha's Urnaroma Dhatu is enshrined, and then Arahant Mahinda's relics are also enshrined in the climbers of the mountain. So one day come to Mihintale and gain so much merit in your life. Nama Buddhaya, Theravada Saranai. I share all my merit with you all that was accumulated the whole day with this long journey, but not tired. Nama Buddhaya, Theravada Saranai.